Welcome to Globe 10.0. I'm Steve Silva. I'm joined by Globe columnist Dan Shaughnessy. We are going to talk about the controversial John Lackey. John Lackey, who battled back from Tommy John surgery 16 months. The skinny John Lackey that showed up in camp that, you know, part of the whole good times role. He went out there, looked like he was having a pretty good outing, and then all of a sudden, bam, biceps injury. It looked horrible in Toronto, Dan. Is this guy's been, you know, he's been built up, he's been ripped down, and were we ready to embrace John Lackey? And is he a sympathetic figure maybe in this town now?
Well, he can be. Again, there's a good feeling about the team overall, and this guy, you know, it bottomed out in 2011, but even then people didn't know he was pitching hurt. So he goes on a shelf, goes away, and with all the good feel around the team now, him working hard in rehab, losing the weight, being a better guy in the clubhouse, at least around the writers. The players always seem to like him. I think people are willing to cut him some slack. And then everybody's, it hurts to see that injury and how that looked when he let go of the ball. So I think, sure, a little more of a sympathetic figure. You don't hear about the salary quite as much anymore. And in that game, if you remember, he was striking guys out. You don't usually see that many swings and misses
8 strikeouts,
with John Lackey. He's usually pitching to contact. So everybody needs to just rein it in, pull back a little bit, give him a chance when he gets back out there.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Just, you know, always got big question when you have an injury still on the arm, even though it wasn't the elbow. But, you know, big red flag. So I don't know what we're going to get out of him. But no one in this town, I mean, really has been ripped more than Lackey. I mean, we don't know how much of a leader he was of the fried chicken and beer brigade. And then he had personal issues that didn't make him look good to the general fandom. And then there was the big contract, and then his attitude about a few things.
Well, he flipped out on the TMZ night in New York, which was the last time he ever pitched before this injury last week. So that's kind of the lasting impression everyone was left with. It wasn't good, but he can redeem that.
Yeah, I think in Boston people want to get behind John Lackey, and I think they were ready to, and I think we're ready to bury some things and move on with this guy.
That's what we do.
But first, Lackey's got to get back on the field, and we're going to wait and see when that is.